Bang.
I ain't taking nothing but win.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Unscripted Sports Show. I'm your host, MoneyE, along with Chris and my brother Chris and Cleneth. How are you guys?
Good.
Back here for we haven't done this in a while. I was away, so this is week 11. Week 11 picks. We'll recap some week 10, some interesting games that happened, including our game, including the Eagles winning 10-7. Two games ended 10-7. The Thursday night game and the Monday night game. The first game of the week and the last game of the week. Both ended 10-7. But so we're halfway through the season. I'll get your takes so far. I followed some when I was away, but what's your take so far on the season so far, Chris? Just
The
overall.
NFL or
Just in general for NFL.
I think this is the most wide open it's been. I think every good team has a weird loss or bad loss on their schedule, and I don't think there's a single team that looks dominant outside of maybe the Rams, but we beat them, maybe the Seahawks, but there's no clear-cut best team in my opinion.
I wouldn't even say the Colts.
Their schedule is super easy.
Yeah. But I've been impressed with the Seahawks. Their defense is looks like what they used to be 10 years ago when they had the whatever they call, I forgot what they called it, but they look like they're legit. Their defense looks legit. They got two defensive touchdowns against Arizona by the same player too. Sam Darnold looks like he didn't lose a step going to Seattle. I'm not saying Minnesota regrets moving on from him and going to JJ, but Sam Darnold looks like he's proving that he's worth money. What's your take on the season, Cleneth?
So I look at the season. Well, I do agree with Chris. It is like wide open. A lot of weird teams getting weird wins. Teams winning that shouldn't be winning. When you look at the couple weeks ago with the Lions and Vikings, and the Vikings getting a win over the Lions, that was out of nowhere. The Browns beating the Packers. Nobody saw that coming. The Giants getting one up on the Eagles, splitting the season series. That nobody saw. Definitely didn't see that coming. But I was a week.
I think that game changed the season for the Eagles.
All right. That game, I'll say yes and I'll say no. Because, yes, it changed the game and proved that it can probably, like, quote unquote, run the ball. The offense looked good next week. And then you watch the Packers. Yes, the Packers has a good defense. Yes, our defense is just as good. Yes, it was a defensive battle. But technically, I think the Eagles had a chance and could have put up 10 points on the scoreboard.
Yeah. They should have scored more. Especially that fumble in the first half when they were going downfield.
Yeah.
That should have been at least a field goal.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest upsets, and I am sorry, Doug, when he hears this, but it has to be Miami beating the Mets out of the Buffalo this week. Nobody saw
Yeah.
that.
I didn't see that coming. And the Panthers beating the Packers.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh yeah.
No, um,
I don't
but
know
yeah,
what happened with the Bills on Sunday. I don't know if they were partying on in Miami in the nightclubs the night before or what, but they didn't show up on Sunday.
yeah. And let's put it this way: we have a couple teams that we didn't pick thought they were going to be last place and first place. Look at New England. New England's running the East again without Tom Brady. I did
You
not see
think?
that.
You think the Patriots are going to win that division, or is it going to come down to that last game? Not last game, but that game between the Bills and Patriots. I forget what week they play.
They're going to win the division.
I think they will be winning the division. One, because they have an easier schedule. Two, Buffalo is acting. It's not really maturing. I think here's what I look at it as: both Kansas City and Buffalo are in wild card positions. Denver's leading the West. I didn't see that. Kansas. Well, maybe. But I didn't expect Kansas City. I didn't expect them to have this bad of a start, which they are having. But they're starting to slowly put it together with Rasheed Rice coming back and Worthy finally being healthy again. Travis Kelce starting to get in his old game, but sadly to
Yep.
say, I think it's almost time for him to retire as well because he's just not the same player.
I mean, who would have thought Patrick Mahomes would be the number one quarterback in fantasy? I didn't see that one coming. I mean, I drafted him, but I drafted him in the 10th round. And he's the number one quarterback right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is Mahomes the best quarterback right now in the NFL still?
I don't say it.
Probably.
It's probably, but I wouldn't say because Mahomes did get. You gotta realize he did take a loss to Jacksonville on Monday night. A loss that shouldn't have been a loss.
Yeah.
The loss to the Chargers.
Did either of you see this Daniel Jones rebirth of Daniel Jones in Indianapolis?
No,
Yeah,
but
he
I'm not
was.
surprised.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I saw it, but I'm not surprised either. I would have. I didn't even think he was going to get the starting job, to be quite honest. But I'm not surprised. I also don't think that like he is that good still. To be quite honest, I think they're really, really going to regret trading away 2 firsts for Sauce Gardner and not having an answer at quarterback because I think you already saw it this past week. Those old habits, and you start to see those old habits and who that player really is start to come through again. And you're gonna tell me if you're trying to win a Super Bowl at the end of the day, you're trying to be competitive, that Daniel Jones is your quarterback? I don't know. At least with Sam Darnold's different because he showed moments of like really great play in New York, obviously when he was in Minnesota. So he's been around the block. But Daniel Jones, I don't know. I never saw it with him.
Yeah, I think he has some good receivers in the Pierce and Pittman and
Tyler Warren.
and then Tyler Warren,
They have the
the
best
rookie
line in
tight
the
end
league
from
this
Penn
year
State.
too. So
So, and then JT. So, I think Is there a team right now like the Seahawks or the Colts that could fall and falter in the second half of the season? You think like
I think the Colts will. I don't think the Seahawks will. I think the Seahawks are legit. Their defense is really, really good. Sam Darnold's playing his ass off. JSN's might go for 2K this year. I think the Seahawks are extremely legitimate.
yeah. I think they just have to fix their running game because I don't know who the number one guy is there.
But here's what I don't like about Sam Darnold is that everybody's so quick, and we did this last year too. How impressive he looked with the Minnesota, and then he just fell apart. He had to, and this time around, it's almost like the same thing. He's 7-2, going against another 7-2 game with the Rams. Rams are also hot. The problem is that Sam Darnold seems to fold under pressure when it comes to the big lights. Especially last year when the division crown was on the line against the Lions, he wound up getting beat. In the following week, he just got beat up again and out the playoff. Until he get over that hump, to win the big one when it counts, and not just like you use these players as career stats, but not fold under the pressure when the lights get bright. Well, then come and ask me that.
Yeah. I think the division is going to come down to the Seahawks and Rams. I think the Niners are, I don't want to say washed, but it shows you that Brock Purdy is actually pretty decent. Because, I mean, Mac Jones has been okay for them, but Brock Purdy been in and out. I think he's missed most of the season. But let's talk about week 10. Who wants to go first? We'll just talk about week 10 in general. What were your thoughts on week 10?
I didn't watch too many games besides the Eagles game. I don't even know who played Thursday.
Broncos and Raiders.
Oh, that game was
also
terrible.
10-7.
And who played Monday again?
The Eagles and Packers.
Was that Monday? Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. And who played Sunday night?
It was the Steelers
and
okay. No, that was Steelers.
Oh, that game was even worse.
Steelers and Chargers.
Chargers and Steelers, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, boring week to be quite honest. I don't know. It's that point of the season where it's starting to get the weekly grind of watching these games. We're halfway through. It's already been 9-10 weeks, and we're only halfway through. So.
Yeah. And some teams are still have bye weeks coming up, so you have teams that are playing with injuries. Teams are kind of tanking, I guess. I don't know if the Jets are tanking or the Jets are just that bad, even though they won 2 straight, I guess.
What's before we get in the games? We do have some news about Giants finally firing Brian Dable this week.
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah, I was surprised they waited. They did it after the Bears game. I thought they would give him the season and then they would decide. But I guess they wanted to make the move now. And I guess Jackson is not cleared to play, and they're going with Jameis Winston instead of Russell.
Oh, Winston's
heard. Unless Russell's injured too.
No, he just sucks.
No, they're going with Jameis, yeah.
So they're just going with Jameis, which I guess is the right move. I mean, they're playing the Packers, and the Packers are desperate, losing 2 straight at home, going on the road,
Well,
trying to keep up with the Lions.
well,
They have
it's
a big
a good
game in
time to
2
play.
weeks on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So
Well, if it's a time to play, if you had the Packers defense and fantasy, it's the time to play them.
yeah. Yeah, it was a week. It was a kind of boring week. What are your thoughts in general, Cleneth?
I say yes, it was, especially like the 4 o'clock games. Like for the past 2 weeks, the 4 o'clock game's been awful, and that needs to be worked on because it's no reason it's 4 o'clock. Your prime time, we'll have a massive game, a good game on, and these games have been total fallout trash.
They were all blowouts. Seahawks were up 35-0 by halftime.
Yeah,
And what the Commanders are trash again. I mean, they don't have Jalen Daniels, so I don't know
even with
that
them, honestly,
it would have made a
Commanders wasn't
difference
going to
this
be that
year.
good.
I don't know what happened to them.
It was one of those the butterfly effect. I mean, you have a whole year worth of shape on. He wasn't going to have a successful sophomore year.
Yeah,
And when he played the Seahawks, you got to ask yourself, why was he still in the game?
that's
And the
that's
game
what
was
I'm
well
asking.
out of reach, and you still in the game, and that happens.
It wasn't this past week. It was last week when it was
Yeah,
against the
Seattle. That's the game I'm talking about. Yeah, so
yeah. It was already a blowout.
it was already a blowout, and he shouldn't have been in that game. The game was pretty much well in hand. It wasn't like he was going to. He wasn't doing plays that make him pass, or he had a chance to make a big, huge comeback of the game of it.
Yep.
It was out of reach. He shouldn't have been in
Oh
the
yeah.
game.
When I
And they
heard he got
talking on
injured, I
himself.
was saying, why was he in the game anyway? He's coming off 2 injuries as it is.
Yeah.
But let's move on. Unless you guys have any other thoughts on week 10. We'll do our week 11 picks. We do 8 picks. So tomorrow night is Jets and Patriots. If I read it correctly, Gronk signed a 1-day deal or something. Or did I read that? Was that fake?
Fake.
Okay. I just briefly saw it, so I thought I saw he signed a 2-day deal just to retire as a Patriot, but I figured that was fake. But Jets and Patriots tomorrow, just 2-8? 2-8? 2-7? I think. Hold on. Let me get that right. 2-7. Yeah, 2-7. And Patriots are 8-2. Patriots are probably, you could argue, the best team in the AFC right now. What do you guys think of this game? I mean, it's probably going to be another snooze fest, but I got the Patriots probably winning by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. I had the Patriots dominating this game. I don't see a close game at all. And the Jets get back on a losing track of what they should be doing.
Yep. You too, Chris?
Yep, I agree.
They need to choose better Thursday night. I mean, it's hard to choose Thursday night games, I guess, because you don't know who's going to be good, who's going to be bad. But that's tough. Another tough game to watch tomorrow, but moving on. Buccaneers and Bills. This is probably one interesting game this weekend. Bills coming off that Miami loss. Buccaneers coming off a loss too. They lost to the Patriots. So Baker Mayfield versus Josh Allen. I think this could be one of the best games of the weekend. Both teams need to win. They're both 6-3. Bills need to win, get back on track. Buccaneers want to win, get back on track too, because that division is between them and the Falcons. So Buccaneers, I think, are still in first place, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Buccaneers. Yep, Buccaneers are 6-3. Oh no, Atlanta's 3-6. Wow. Carolina is 5-5. Are you surprised? Are you guys surprised Panthers are 5-5? I didn't realize that.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Go ahead, Glenn.
I think it's gonna be a really good game. I got the Bills here.
Wait, you said the Bills?
Yeah.
Oh, Bills and Panthers. Oh,
No,
all right.
the Bills and Buccaneers game.
Oh well. Let's take. Yeah, you know what? I am going to. I might have to go with Tampa Bay. I think Baker Mayfield is going to prove might have some magic in him, and I'm sorry to say, but Buffalo is too inconsistent. One week they're running, one week they're good, and next week they're bad, and then one week they're just god awful. I mean, understand the 2 losses. It's like when the Eagles and Bills had their first 2 game losing streak. That was kind of normal. That's teams do that. But now it's just like they're up and they're down. They're up, they're down, and there hasn't been fixed whatever problems they're having.
Yeah. They need to get back on track. I mean, I think it's gonna be one of the best games of the weekend. How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think it'll be a really good game. Looking forward to it.
Who you got?
This is the Bills game, right?
Yeah.
I got the Bills. I mean, I think they're gonna get back on track here.
Yeah, I think this is probably the best game of the weekend besides the Eagles and the Lions. The best game of the afternoon. Joe Burrow is not playing this week, but it looks like he might be back next week.
He's a system quarterback.
I don't know. I don't think it matters because I don't know if it matters because the Cincinnati is 3-6. They probably have to kind of win out just to. I mean, that division is still wide open. Steelers are 5-4. Ravens are all of a sudden back in the race at 4-5 as soon as they get Lamar back. I mean, I saw that that was expected. So the Ravens are probably
Ravens are gonna win
that division as soon as they pass the Steelers. So, but Bengals and Steelers. This is the second game this year they played. It's in the Buccaneers. I mean, Bengals beat them earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was the first game without. Where is it? Yeah, that was with Joe Flacco. That's right. Yeah, Joe Flacco was quarterback. I think the Steelers are starting to fall down. So I'm gonna pick the Bengals here.
Yeah, I
With
want to
Joe
pick the
Burrow
Bengals.
coming back, I think they know that they need to start winning, try to make the playoffs.
Well, I don't think it's that. I look at it as that. I think this has to be the last season we see Mike Tomlin still as that coach. Don't get me wrong. The man had more winning seasons in there, but I think Mike Tomlin overstayed his welcome in Pittsburgh. And I think
You think it's
it's going to
time?
take a losing season. Huh?
You think it's time now?
I think he overstayed his welcome. Just like how Andy Reid overstayed his welcome in Philly, he
Yeah.
overstayed his welcome in Pittsburgh. Overstayed. And the only thing that favored him is the winning season blemish he had. Always having a winning season. Let's keep it on to having that job. But I think it's time for him to go. Win, lose, draw. Mike Tomlin got to get let go.
I
It's just
think they won't fire him. I think he'll retire or he'll step down. They'll agree to part ways.
same thing. Parting ways, firing, the same thing. It's a nice way of saying you're fired.
Yeah. That's true. Who do you got, Clinton? With that
I
said,
want to take the Bengals.
you got the Bengals too?
Yeah.
Say you, Chris.
Bengals for me. I think the Steelers are frauds.
You think the Bengals can get back in the race, in the playoff race? With this division still wide open, Joe Burrow coming back in probably a week or two? Not this week, but next week or week after?
I don't know. No, not really. I think their defense is really bad. I think Joe Burrow is a system quarterback. Look how good their offense is. I mean, with Joe Flacco. Um,
Yeah. Joe Flacco can
um,
still play.
yeah. So yeah.
We're gonna find out what this sound is. I would
We got an interesting game in Jacksonville. The Chargers in Jacksonville. Chargers are good defense. They have a solid offense. The Chargers are a sneaky sleeper in the AFC. I want to say they beat down on the Steelers on Sunday night. Where are they? They're in second place. The Chiefs are in third place. And the Jags are a weird team. 1 week they're good, 1 week they're bad, and oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that comeback by the Texans. What about that comeback? That was probably the weird comeback by the Texans. Jacksonville just, I don't know what happened. They just laid down and didn't show up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. That's basically what happened.
I don't know who to pick. I'm going with Jaguars here to bounce back. Long trip from California. Not a short week, but yeah, it's a long trip for the Chargers. This is like a trap game. Who do they have next? Who do the Chargers have next? They have the Raiders next, and they have the Eagles in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, but in 3 weeks. So, what do you guys think of this game?
I want to say the Chargers will win.
Chargers?
Yes.
Yeah, I got Chargers as well.
Next game, Bears and Vikings. The Bears are all of a sudden kind of good. I don't know if they're good, but Williams is playing kind of to his potential. The Bears defense is decent. The offense is solid. I think they found their 1-2 punch. In their running backs and um, is he a rookie? Because I picked him up in fantasy. I forgot his name. What's his name?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Bears running back. Not Swift. The other one. Main guy. Kyle main guy. Or I don't even know if I said that right, but he was the running back when Swift was injured, and he did pretty good. I think he's their counter to Swift, like in Detroit with Gibbs and Montgomery. Ben Johnson likes a 1-2 punch in running back, so I think he found his 1-2 punch right there. I think the Bears get revenge here. They lost week 1. What was it? Week 1 to the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. So I'm going to say the Bears. I think the Bears are playing better, and I think they carry the momentum into Minnesota and they beat them. What do you guys think of this game?
I say Minnesota wins.
I got Minnesota as well.
You both got the Vikings?
Yeah.
Not a believer in the Bears.
Nah.
I'm not, but I think they're playing decent.
I think the Bears are good. I just don't think the Vikings are going to lose 2 straight here.
Yeah. I mean, I like
it's a division
JJ.
game. They got to keep them tight. So I'm always wary of these division games.
Yeah, divisional games are I think if the Vikings lose, they're pretty much out of it. But it should be a good game. It should be a nice good game. Very good here. We got another divisional game, Chiefs and Broncos. The first meeting between the two. Chiefs go to Denver. Broncos lead the division. They're coming off a 10-7 win over the Raiders. Chiefs are coming off. Did they lose? Yeah, they lost, right? Or are they coming off a bye? Coming off a bye?
For the Broncos, Chiefs?
Yeah.
The Chiefs are coming off a bye.
Yeah, they are. Because I had Patrick Mahomes. That's right. So we all know Andy Reid's record after a bye. I'm gonna say Chiefs because I think the Chiefs need to stay in the division and they want to make it tight. So I'm gonna say Chiefs.
I'll take the Chiefs and Broncos are going to split. I think the Chiefs will take this round because I don't see them losing 2 straight.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Chiefs. Broncos, I don't know. I think they're frauds.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with Broncos. I think their defense is legit, but their offense is suspect. I think we all know Andy Reid after a bye and 2 weeks to prepare, especially with Kansas City. So, and Kansas City wants to win this game because they need to stay in the race for the division and keep that streak alive for winning division. I don't know how many years it is, but I think they won the division every year since Andy Reid's been there. If I'm not mistaken, or at least Patrick Mahomes.
That's Mahomes.
Yeah. So now 2 more games here. Sunday Night Football, Lions and Eagles, which should have been the NFC Championship game last year. We get it on Sunday Night Football. This could be, besides the Buccaneers and Bills and Chiefs and Broncos, this very well could be game of the weekend. I think this is going to be obviously much better than the Packers, and I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, actually. My best bet is in this game, but I'll give that out after. See, I thought the Eagles were going to lose to the Packers and beat the Lions, but now I don't know.
I think they beat the Lions.
I think we beat the Lions.
We're at home. All the smoke around AJ Brown and the offense. I think they come out, maybe drop 30 this game.
You said AJ Brown goes off after all this rumors?
I don't know about all that, but I think the offense just looks good. I think everyone's been waiting for the AJ Brown breakout game. I don't know. But Devontae Smith is putting up borderline all-pro year. I think he continues to do well. AJ Brown maybe gets like a couple more targets. I don't think he necessarily goes off. Yeah, I get, you got to remember what Amon-Ra St. Brown said in the offseason. He said that Eagles and Lions should be opening night, and he said, wait till they see what we do with a healthy defense. And all the Lions fans and all the people on the line, like who support the Lions, have said, "Oh, like we were hurt last year. We would have won the Super Bowl. Give me a freaking break." I think the Eagles are gonna shut them up this week, and I think they know that. They know that there's this sentiment that the Eagles got lucky, and the Lions were just hurt last year, even though Jared Goff laid an egg at home against a rookie quarterback. But I think there's going to be a statement win.
Yep. You got the Eagles too, Cleneth?
Yeah, I think this is more like as last week. Last week we had questions about the defense. I think the defense answered all those questions with the new addition. This week is the offense. Can they keep a drive together? To get the overall well balanced offense. I'm not looking for I'm looking for equal amount of opportunity, equal amount. They are well balanced to the point that you have a counterpunch for every swing they go at you.
Yep. What do you guys think of the news of Alexander possibly retiring now after?
I think it's whatever. I don't think he would have necessarily started, to be quite honest. I think it's Jacorian Bennett's job to lose as cornerback too, to be quite honest. So I think that was always going to be a move.
Getting in the rotation.
Yeah, I think I don't think, if you were to ask me at the trade deadline who was going to take the most snaps at cornerback two, it's between Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, Jacorian Bennett, or Jair Alexander, my answer would have been Jacorian Bennett or Adoree Jackson. I don't think it would have been Jair Alexander. And I think he's a name, and I think the potential was there and it was worth the risk. I mean, there was no risk, right? It was worth the draft pick. Ultimately, you just wanted chances to address that. But there's a reason the Ravens let him go. There's a reason they let him out of the building, considering how bad their defense is. So I was always very skeptical about that move. The Jalen Phillips trade, on the other hand, I was a big fan of that move from the very beginning, and I've liked that. I've always thought he was a dog, and I always thought he was a great player ever since Eagles played the Dolphins a few years. I think it was 2 years ago, and he was easily the best player in the Dolphins that night. And he was giving
Yep.
Lane Johnson a lot of problems, and I'm pretty sure they didn't credit him with the sack, but Lane Johnson pretty much let up a sack with Jalen Phillips, which never happens. So Jalen Phillips is really, really good. I'm glad he's able to showcase his talent on the bigger stage in Philadelphia. So
Let me ask you guys this: would you have gone out and traded for Garner, Sauce?
no, look at what did he do? He didn't do good.
Especially for what they got for him. Nah.
Two first?
Yeah, man.
No
That's
way.
not Steve Alley.
There's maybe like 3 to 5 players in the league that I would trade 2 firsts for, and none of them are cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt,
Yep.
Micah Parsons.
Anybody on offense?
No.
Maybe like a Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, like one of those guys, but you got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and you're not doing anything with those guys, so I don't know. Or maybe I should say just A.J. Brown, but... And then quarterback, yeah. I mean, if you're going to say, like, you give 2 firsts, you get Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. Yeah, we have Jalen Hurts, but those guys are objectively better, so
Yeah.
I would do that too. It's nothing against Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, hey, give me 2 firsts for Patrick Mahomes, yeah, absolutely, I'm doing it.
Oh yeah.
But that's it. Not Sauce, not a cornerback, that's for sure. Cornerback's the one position where play falls off a cliff, like once you hit like 30. So
Oh yeah. Definitely. Sauce
if
was
we were
just
gonna
a
go
name.
for,
That's it.
he's good. He's good. Don't get me wrong.
He's good. Yeah.
Is he? I don't even know if he's a top 5 corner anymore. I would go Surtain, Quinyon Mitchell, Derek Stingley Jr. I love Denzel Ward, and probably like Christian Gonzalez or J.C. Horn or one of those guys. And that's my
Yep.
top 5. I don't think Sauce is top 5 right now.
Yeah. I agree with that. I wouldn't have done 2 firsts. Maybe a first and 2 seconds. I don't know. But
I don't even know about that. I just don't think they're in a position to trade a first for a cornerback, especially if someone
Yeah.
who's going to be cornerback 2. I think the moves that they made at the deadline were very acceptable. The only
Oh, yeah,
cornerback
I like the moves that they made.
the only cornerback I would have gone for is like a Denzel Ward, who isn't going to be like 2 firsts. He probably would have been like a second or something like that. I would have given up a first for him, but
Yep.
he probably would have been a second and a third or something like that. But
Yeah, I agree.
my prediction is that the Eagles are going to go for Myles Garrett in the offseason.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, or we're going to pursue Myers yet.
We tried
Yeah.
at the deadline.
Yeah.
We tried giving up like 3 firsts reportedly. And we tried to get Micah Parsons by giving up multiple firsts. And if Myles Garrett is truly on the market in the offseason, it's much more likely he'll be in the market in the offseason, and it'll be cheaper because you're not paying the in-season tax. Let's say
Yeah.
A.J. Brown wants out and you formally request a trade. A.J. Brown and a first for Myles Garrett, I think Howie does that all day. I think everyone would do that all day.
Yeah, and you give the Browns a weapon for I don't know who their quarterback's going to be.
You can throw in Tanner McKee if you want. Tanner McKee, A.J. Brown, and a first for Myles Garrett. Yeah. Myles Garrett's playing the best football of his life.
Yeah.
And he's not slowing down anytime soon. He's the best edge rusher of this generation. Not even close.
Yeah. I don't know who the Browns quarterback is. I thought by now, what's his name would be quarterback, but I guess
Dylan
not.
Gabriel. They'll probably ride with him the rest of the season, but I don't know.
I thought for
They're
sure that they were going to give Sanders a shot.
I don't know. Maybe towards the end, but I think they have Jacksonville's draft pick next season. So they're already loading up for the quarterback probably within the next 2 drafts. I can see the Browns
Archie
skipping
or
out on
the guy from Indiana.
yeah, I can see the Browns skipping out on quarterback this coming year because I don't think it's a really strong class. But the 2027 class is really large. So that's why I can see them trading Miles. They'd be stupid not to trade Miles Garrett because they would get a king's ransom for him. So
I don't know if Archie comes out this year. Everybody thinks he will, but
no, he stinks too.
huh?
He stinks too.
Yeah, I know, right? The guy from Indiana is the number one. It's probably the best quarterback.
And he's not
If
even the
he
best
comes out.
quarterback in the country. He's just the only one, the best quarterback that's eligible.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if he comes out because he's only a junior. But he would probably be the number 1 overall pick because of the Jets.
Who's that guy from? What's his name? Julian Sayin from Ohio State. I think he'll come
I
out
thought
in
he's a
2
freshman.
years. Yeah, freshman. Yeah. So he's going to be a high pick when
Yeah.
he comes out.
If the guy from Indiana, I keep forgetting his name from Indiana, or I can't pronounce his name, but the guy from Indiana, if he comes out, he's probably going to be number 1 overall pick if the Jets get number 1.
Probably. Teams are being more picky with quarterback though. Even if they're picking high, if it's not the right quarterback or the one they want, they're not going to pick them. So I think teams
Yeah.
and even especially QB needy teams are willing to trade up for the one they want or just wait another year.
Yeah. I mean, the Jets probably want Archie Manning. That's probably who they want. Oh, I keep forgetting the Saints. The Saints too.
I mean, what's going on, Spencer Rattler? How come he's not playing? Is he hurt?
Who is the Saints quarterback? I don't even know.
Tyler Shug.
I think I think Spencer just thinks that they just moved to a different quarterback, or maybe he is injured.
Tyler Shug, the guy they drafted in the 2nd round this past year. He's playing pretty well. So I doubt they go for a quarterback this coming year. They're probably going to see what they have with him.
The only way they go for a quarterback is if Archie Manning comes out, declares for the NFL draft, and they get number 2 pick.
The
I
thing is,
don't think Archie goes number 1. You
I don't
might,
even
but
think Archie Manning will be a 1st-round pick.
huh?
I don't think he's going to be a 1st-round pick, even if he comes
Archie?
out. Yeah, he's not that good. 1st-round picks are for people that have
I
played
agree. I don't think
every game well. He's struggled half of his games.
Yeah. It was he got overhyped because of the name.
So I don't know. I don't think
I think he comes back. I think he comes back one more
he
year.
comes back, but I don't even know if he came out. Yeah, I don't think he would be a 1st-round pick.
Yeah.
I would be
I think
shocked
he
if he was a
goes
1st-round
back.
pick.
I think Texas going to fire their coach, so especially if they lose this week. But last game on this docket, the Monday Night Football game, the Cowboys and the Raiders from Las Vegas. 2 franchises that used to be 2 of the best franchises in football, and neither have been relevant for 2 decades. So, I mean, the Raiders were 20 years ago, but when they went to the Super Bowl, but that was it. We all know Cowboys haven't been relevant for 3 decades. So, but what do you think? What do you guys think of this game? Raiders have been playing decent. Cowboys are the Cowboys. The Cowboys are probably gonna.
I think Cowboys just roll them. I think they're getting Overshown back this week. Yeah, I think Cowboys offense is still really good, and I just think the Raiders are just bad all around. So
I got the Cowboys.
I want to take the Raiders. Yeah.
What's your
I'm taking the
thoughts on
Raiders.
this game?
My thoughts are the Raiders who should win this easily. I think
Raiders?
yes. I don't have faith in the Cowboys defense, and the offense is Zach is playing awful.
I mean, I'm rooting for the Raiders.
I mean, and I'm not saying because I want to see the Cowboys lose. I don't like the I'm saying this because it's just like this defense has been awful this whole season, and it get worse and worse every year.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be an interesting game. I think the Cowboys are a type of team that will give up a couple points to the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are not a great offense. Smith is, I think he's regressed in with the Raiders. So I don't know. I hope the Raiders win, but who knows? It might be another. It could be a good game. Um, I'm not gonna. I might watch it, might not. Who knows? But oh shit. Um. So you got the Raiders, Cleneth,
Yeah,
and me and Chris both got the Cowboys. Any games are guys looking forward to besides the games we talked about, or try to
Eagles,
choose the best game? So
Eagles need them to get their lick back.
yeah. And the Buccaneers and Bills and Chiefs and Broncos are probably the top 3 games this week. Now to our best bets, and then we'll get out of here. Oh, yeah, Cleneth was 6-2 when last time we did this, and Chris went 4-4 in week 2, and he's 16-8. I'm 15-9. Went 4-4 in week 2 last time we did this. So best bets. I'll go first. My best bet is the over 46.5 in the Lions and Eagles game. Minus 114 on FanDuel.
My best bet is Eagles spread. Is it still 1.5?
Is it 1.5?
That's what it opened at. No matter what, I think the Eagles are going to cover for sure.
Let's see.
yeah.
That's a good one.
I will take
2.5.
the money line. The Eagles money line this week has to be it.
What were you saying, Cliff?
My best bet will have to be the Eagles money line.
Eagles money line.
Yeah.
So you got we all got all our best bets are from this game. Eagles money line and Eagles spread. And I got the over. Any final thoughts, guys, before we get out of here?
No.
Nope. One of these
It was
days we'll have to
great
talk about
talking,
AJ
guys.
Brown.
Huh?
One of these days we'll have to talk about AJ Brown.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about AJ a little bit?
Yeah. I think I don't know. I think he has every right to be frustrated. I think that Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni are morons for not scheming him wide open. I mean, the Vikings put Justin Jefferson at running back to get him open looks. I don't buy the excuse. I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I think AJ Brown's probably going to request a trade this offseason, and I don't blame him. Hopefully, we win the Super Bowl before that happens. But I think it has every right to be upset, and I think he has every right to vocalize how upset he is. Now, do I want him to go? Do I want it to be a
No, I
weekly
don't want
thing? No. Do I want it to be like, yeah? But I think if you really understand where AJ Brown is coming from, it's not about I'm not getting stats. It's hey, like our offense sucks, and you're not giving me the ball. So
Yeah.
why not? So I'm fully on AJ Brown's side here.
Oh yeah, me too. I think he told people to drop him in fantasy. That's how
He's
bad
right. He's right. He's right. I mean, he's joking around. He's laughing. People saw those quotes, but he watched the video. He's laughing the entire time with his friend. Like, he's joking, but he's serious.
Yeah,
But he's not like angry. He's just like, it is what it is. Like, I don't know what to do. Like,
he's supposed to be a top eight
he's a top
fantasy
3
quarterback.
receiver. He's a top 3 receiver, period, in the league. It's him, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase. I think he's better than CeeDee Lamb. I think he's better than Adamaran St. Brown. I think he's better than Puka Nakua. I think he's better than Jackson Smith and Jigba. The stats don't show this year because he's not getting the ball. But you put him, you give him Puka's targets, you give him Jamar Chase's targets. He's putting up those same
Or
numbers.
JNS.
Or
JNS is the
JSN.
only guy in Seattle. That's why he's getting all that stats.
Like AJ's job is his only job right now is to free up Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. That's it. And I think Devontae Smith is awesome. But that's his only job right now. He's just running routes, getting double teamed. It's tragic. So,
Yeah.
and I'd be shocked if he's on this team next year. Let's be honest. Like, yeah, things can change. It's a week-to-week league, but there's more evidence to suggest that he's gone than he's going to stay, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You can see the offense already. Devontae Smith is getting a bulk of the share of the workload, and they're already preparing for a life without AJ. They're making Devontae wide receiver 1 this year. It's the same way that JSN became wide receiver 1 in Seattle this year after DK Metcalf left. Like,
Yep.
AJ Brown's going to leave, and then you're going to have the next guy take over, and that's what's going to happen.
They'll probably draft a wide receiver in the 3rd round or something.
Yeah, and it's fine. Relationships run their course in sports. Stephon Diggs was in Buffalo for for all those years, left. Like, it happens. Like, relationships run their
Randy
course, and there's
Moss,
nothing wrong with that.
Minnesota.
Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, like it happens. I don't think, and if he leaves, I don't want this fan base to shit on AJ Brown because he's the best receiver in franchise history. So
yeah. What's your thoughts, Cleneth?
I'll tell you the truth, man. I understand his frustrations, where it came from. You're not getting the ball, but this is mainly an offensive problem. I think it's not even with the hiring coming to. It's just the fact that the Eagles like to promote within,
I agree.
and that's a problem because with someone with Nick Sirianni, he doesn't need a within coach. He needs like a veteran person out there. Because if you ask me, I don't think he's a good offensive guy. He's leaning more towards defense, especially the last couple of seasons, and trying to help out the offense. This is not really working out the way it's supposed to. That's when Kevin Moore was there, you saw a complete different offense because his hands was out of it. He didn't have to worry about it. It's like when you have an inexperienced offensive coordinator, a head coach of trying to go back to those old ways, don't help him with play call. He hadn't done that since he left Colts.
Yep. I think he's an excellent coach. I don't think he's a master play caller or anything. I think he's great at like getting this team ready week in and week out. I think he's great at just being a leader, and I just don't think he's great at being an offensive play caller or play designer. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's plenty of coaches who are successful. Dan Campbell being one of them, like a CEO, head coach, the Harbaughs. But I mean, the culture shifted once Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts got here. Like it became about winning and being competitive. And that was the only thing that mattered. And there's not a lot of teams in the league who have that mentality besides the Eagles. But I completely agree that like Kevin Patullo was in this league for 16 years. This is his first OC job.
Yeah.
If he was better, he would have gotten one earlier. It's as simple as that.
I think he's average. I don't know if he'll be back next year.
I don't know if he's going to last the season. I don't, unless he turns it around, which I think they could. I think we're at an inflection point in the season where it can either get turned around and we make a deep run, or it's going to be 2023 all over again. And like AJ Brown, he had media today, and that's pretty much what he's warning against. He's like, we're not improving, and like wins don't necessarily matter when it's clear that your offense is bad, because you can't expect to rely on your offense in the playoffs when it hasn't been good during the season. So
Yep.
that's what they're trying to turn around now. And I think in the Minnesota game and the Giants game, I think he showed flashes, and I think that's why I'm hopeful. In 2023, there was no hope. It just looked bad for the last 2 months of the season. But I mean, look what he did against Brian Flores' defense. Brian Flores is a top 3 defensive coordinator in the league, and the Eagles sliced that defense up. Like, so I'm hopeful, but I got to see it. I got to see more consistency.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think this week it's going to be a statement. National TV champions, the defending champions, facing the team that I guess said they should have been champions because they had all these injuries. So we'll find out on Sunday. It's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a great game. Probably one of the best Sunday night games of the year. With that said, no more final thoughts, guys. Yeah, this was a great talk. Hopefully we'll be back next week. Maybe same time next week. But I'll get with these guys. Friday night Cleneth, you said you're gonna be on?
Yeah, I'll probably get a chance to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be doing WCW Clash of the Champions 4 season's beatings. Main event in that match is Ric Flair and Wyndham versus the Midnight Express. So that was the main event. We'll be reviewing that, and then when Tunes Combine on Saturday. Check that out on the When Tunes Combine YouTube page. And for MoneyE and Chris and Cleneth, next week. Later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.